If fantasy and romance are what you seek, featuring heroines who aren't quite so meek, with book talk and Instagram full of deceit, simply listen to our podcast, Our Picks of the Week.
It's my pick of the week, and Katie loves her fan fiction and she loves her hockey romance. I love my ripped bodices and ball gowns and tea parties. Give me historical romance any day of the week. I can just smash them back to back.
I love that you started that list with ripped bodices.
I mean, when you think of historical romance, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, fair.
So this is called, oh my God, which one am I talking about? I've read so many Sherry Thomas books in the last week. I'm pretty sure I'm doing His at Night.
Am I?
I think so. We'll go with that one. There's a few others we could talk about too. Sherry Thomas is an interesting author. So her historical romances take place in 1890 to 1910-ish. So think of Downton Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
That is the setting of her books for the most part.
Mm.
There's some cars, trains. It's like the steam era. So, it's a little bit more modern. The heroines are smarter. Sherry Thomas does so well in all of her romances. All of the heroines are so different from each other. You read some authors and it's just insert self, or it's the same heroine over and over and over again.
Yeah. This
is not how Sherry Thomas writes. She does a great job at making you like heroines you would not expect to like. So she's written the ice princess, the beautiful one, the plain one, the really smart one. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna focus on this.
Sherry Thomas, I love you.
I love you, Sherry Thomas. Yeah, so his at Night is mostly focused on the hero. So it is written from both perspectives, third person.
Third person. I was like, girl, you gave me so much shit.
No. I am not deviating from that. So the hero works for an investigative, super secretive investigations company. They're government affiliated, kind of.
Wink, wink.
But he's really good at what he does. But in order to kind of get into high society and be at all of these crime scenes and not blow his cover, he has been acting like a complete idiot for the last 10, 15 years.
Oh, shit.
So the backstory is he had a horseback riding accident when he was 16. And as a result of that accident, he supposedly got a concussion, which turned him into a flaming idiot, where he can take care of himself, but he just has idiotic conversations with people, will get random facts mixed up, mix people's niece up with their nephew, and just. You ever have a conversation with someone who just will go on and on and on about nothing?
Yeah.
That's this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's the lovable idiot. Everyone likes him. He's harmless. So people will oh yeah, he observed this murder and he was a witness to the crime, but he's fine.
So, ultimate cover.
Yeah. But he's also very, very handsome.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he's a titled lord. He's got a younger brother who's an artist who adores him and takes care of him and doesn't let anybody talk shit about him. And so that's our hero. Our heroine her name is Elisande, I think. And she has grown up in her uncle's house with her uncle and her aunt, who is a invalid and who is addicted to laudanum.
Oh, yeah.
And can't even go to the bathroom by herself, can't even get out of bed, won't feed herself. And she has been that way almost her entire life. And her uncle is this wealthy diamond mine owner. He owns a diamond mine in South Africa. And she is absolutely terrified of him.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know, you learn over the course of the book what her uncle is and how awful he is. But he's one of those hyper controlling, hyper manipulative. He made his wife addicted to laudanum, but then as punishment will withhold it from her make her suffer. And he makes all of her clothes smell like cloves, and knowing that she hates that smell.
Oh.
And so Elisande, I'm pretty sure I'm not saying that name correctly.
That's my best guess. I'm looking at it. Oh.
So she has grown up learning how to kind of play her uncle's game and not trigger him. And so she's a phenomenal actress. So she always smiles and she can pretend to be the loving, doting niece. And she has been trying to find a way to escape her uncle's household, but take her aunt with her because she doesn't want to leave her aunt behind because she's the aunt's primary caretaker. And so one day her uncle sets off for like a 3-day road trip. And he's one of those people who's like, oh, am I going to be gone for 3 days or am I going to be gone for 3 hours? Who knows? Like, better not get up to anything while I'm gone. So she's at her estate. And all of a sudden, this carriage pulls up, and it's this distraught woman who's like, oh my God, I'm your neighbor. I was having a house party. I have all of these guests, but my entire house got infested with hundreds of rats.
My God.
Can I please stay with you just for a few days? Can my guest stay with you? Because she lives in a mansion. And Alison's like, my uncle would fucking murder me if he found all of these people here. Because, like, not allowed to have visitors. She hasn't ever left the estate in her entire life.
Oh, shit. Whoa.
Yeah, like hyper controlling, abusive household. And so she's like, okay, well, the uncle's not going to be here. It's fine. Yes, you can stay. And so she's this very well put together. She wears beautiful clothes. She's gorgeous. She smiles. So on the surface, everyone looking at her thinks, oh yeah, she's just the daughter of a wealthy diamond owner. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, she's like, I don't know what it's going to do. But the lady who orchestrated this visit to the house, she also works for the investigative service. And they are investigating her uncle for crimes TBD.
Wow.
And so no joke, they actually set up the house, the rat infestation, brought in a bunch of rats, and they forced the house party to move to this house. So they had an excuse to investigate the house while her uncle was gone. And the Lady Kingsley is like, so by the way, like, there's a few young, wealthy gentlemen who are going to be here. Wink, wink.
I'll set you up, girl.
Just so you know, because she thinks that, the niece probably wants to get married. She's 24 years old. I'll just give her an excuse to say yes. Mm-hmm. And so one of her guests is our hero. I think, what is his name? Lord
Vere?
Lord Vere. Yeah. And so he comes in and our heroine sees him and it is like love at first sight. She's like, I wanted to go after the wealthy, like Marcus.
I can never say that. Marquis?
He's a lord.
Fair.
So she's like, I was going to go after the Lord anyway because he's the only one with enough power and money to get me and my aunt out of here. Mm. But she sees him and she's like, oh my God, like everything about this man I love. Like, he's handsome and he's like charming. And then he starts talking to her and she's like, oh my God, he's an idiot.
Oh no.
I can't. But then we get his perspective and he falls in love with her right away. And he's like, oh my God, like I've been like alone in my own idiotic world and I want her. And then he realizes very quickly that she is like looking over. She's pretending to like him because he's wealthy and he's a lord. Because he's sitting there thinking, there's no way a sane woman would be like, ha ha ha, you're so funny and so smart, because he's acting like an idiot. So he's turned off. So he's trying to get rid of her, but he's still attracted to her. But then she's like, I cannot, like, even with all his money, I can't save, like, this idiot is not going to save myself and my aunt. His brother shows up and she's like, that's the guy I'm going to go. So she tries to seduce the brother.
Oh, no.
And the idiot is like, no, we're not doing that either.
It's like, wait a second.
We get to this desperate point with our heroine where she's like, I can't live like this anymore. My aunt is dying. So she sets up like a tryst with the brother. She's like, hey, I have some paintings you want to see. And so she like wears this very thin nightgown and she sends him a note to say, hey, meet me in the library. I have some paintings. And the brother's like a sweet, like completely oblivious, like would probably meet her in the library and nothing be the wiser. But the brother intercepts it. Our hero intercepts the letter and he's like, interesting choice. And meanwhile, she also set it up and she's made sure that the note got passed to one of the gossips who was staying in the house. And so she's counting on that gossip, waiting around the corner to witness her like meeting with the brother. So she has to get married to him.
Oh no.
So she's in the library waiting. No one shows up. She's like, God damn it. Nothing's working.
Yeah.
And then older brother, Hero, shows up and she's like, okay, this is my last chance. I don't care that he's an idiot. Rips her nightgown. She's completely naked, throws herself at him, like drapes herself. And he's like, no, stop it. He hurls her over like a couch. And then she's like clinging onto him like a limpet. And like they're rolling around on the carpet.
Oh
she's naked.
God.
And then the gossip throws the door open.
Oh my God.
And then they're forced to get married.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Yeah. I won't go on too much longer.
No, I want to.
Okay,
I'm like invested now.
so he is pissed. He is big mad that he got trapped into marriage because he's been pretending to like be wife seeking, but he clearly does not want to get married because he's got a job.
Yeah.
So it's their wedding night, and she is terrified that he's going to get an annulment because it was becoming more and more common in this era for divorces and annulments. And she thinks that her uncle is going to force his hand or her uncle's going to set it up. So they're staying at a hotel. It's their wedding night. And she's like, can we please have sex? And he's like, no, absolutely not. Like turns her down multiple times. And so finally she's heartbroken. She's like, my life is over. My uncle's going to come for me. He's going to come for my aunt. And so she gets raging drunk. And so she's eating her wedding cake, drinking like she's never had much alcohol before. So she's drunk out of her mind.
Oh.
And like he hears her sobbing from the connecting room. He's like, God damn it. Because he's also put the pieces together and he realizes, okay, so this is a desperate woman. Like clearly her uncle's a bad man and she's trying to get it, but he doesn't know how bad. And so he goes into her room, sees her sobbing, takes the alcohol away from her, like scoops her up, sets her in bed, and like he drops his like idiot facade.
Oh shit!
Because she's drunk out of her mind, and so he starts talking to her to calm her down. He puts a nightgown on her, and then like she starts to like get a little handsy with him, and like he can't help himself, and so like they don't have sex.
Yeah,
but they definitely have some like
intimate,
and it's amazing. Like their chemistry is out of this world, and that is why it's called His at Night, because at night we get these progressive scenes where like he's drunk or she's drunk and they can't maintain their facades.
Yeah.
And so she starts to realize like, oh, he's acting just like I'm acting. And there you go.
Oh my God. I am downloading this right fucking now. Holy wow.
It's so good. So I think I've read 5 or 6 Sherry Thomas books in the last 2 weeks.
I feel that.
But this is one of her longer ones. A lot of her ones are like 280 pages. This one touches almost 400.
Wow.
But it is so good. Like there's enough plot going on in the background. It's not all romance. Like the crime that her uncle is doing is pretty horrific.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I feel like this should have been Bridgerton. Not like Julia Quinn's, because there's no plot in those. But I'm like eating out of your hand right now. I'm like, what happens next?
so good. I started it on my plane ride back from New York, and I finished it on the plane. Like I just didn't even put it down. It is so good. So a few similar books. Obviously, anything by Sherry Thomas. There are some historical romance authors, like Lisa Kleypas comes to mind, where I've read most of her books, but there are some that just don't like connect and don't hit well. There is not a Sherry Thomas book that I've picked up that I haven't finished and devoured.
Wow.
Every single one of them.
That's impressive.
She's amazing. So similar kind of vibes to this one, though, for different authors. Secrets of a Summer Night by Lisa Kleypas has a very similar theme where it's a beautiful, desperate woman and she's trying to save her family by getting married to a wealthy guy. What I Did for a Duke by Julie Ann Long. Similar hero vibes, like kind of a dark, twisty, he's got tragedy in his past. And then Yours Until Dawn by Teresa Medeiros, I think. So this is a second chance romance about a couple who, was in love and together. He goes off to war, like goes blind, gets disfigured, and then she like breaks up with him like while he's recovering in the hospital. And then a few years later, she comes back into his life as his caretaker, but he doesn't know it's her.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
So yeah. Wow. So this was His at Night by Sherry Thomas. And I hope everyone reads Sherry Thomas books because they're amazing.
I feel so stupid with my little like hockey romances where it's like nothing happened in the plot. And Jordan's like a trilogy, multi-season.
No, I mean, there's a lot going on, but I don't want to like steer anybody the wrong way. This is historical romance. It's just excellent historical romance. It is driven by the couple.
Oh, God. From Jordan's self to yours.
We'll see. We might see you. We'll see you on the next page.
Hi, readers. Like what you've been hearing? Check out the Spice Archive at notanotherheroine.com to see all of our reviews and ratings. And if you'd like to support our growing library, find us on Patreon and get access to exclusive bonus content.
If you'd like to just listen, we post new episodes every Monday and Wednesday on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Thanks for listening.